Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. I enjoy being creative and love trying new tricks. My goal for this channel is to challenge myself and create fun stuff for myself. If you want to see me explore ideas and figure out ways to DIY a variety of stuff, click the subscribe button. Last week, I made a nice little display for my Goku and Frieza figures. It turned out nicely. Today, I am going to upgrade this Cloud Strife Amiibo figure. Cloud is from the 1997 PlayStation 1 game, Final Fantasy VII. A classic and one of the best games ever. Cloud's unique look is very memorable. That includes the massive buster sword he carries behind his back. And those funky spiky hair. To be fair, the 3D technology back then wasn't that great yet, so they had to use exaggerated features to make each character stand out. This pose of his is iconic. It is his victory pose and also the pose he's featured on the cover. So, I want to honor the original PlayStation game by recreating the cover with this figure. So here's the plan. I don't want to just have him stand in front of a flat drawing this time. I want to make it 3D. Because I love 3D things, and it's also an homage to the PlayStation. The video game console that made 3D video games mainstream and popular. So I want to build a box for Cloud to stand in. Alright, I am going to make a very basic 3D model. Kind of like how basic the models were in the game. Okay, do not judge that weirdly shaped formation there. Yes, it is very ugly, but it will make more sense later. So, can I make it? Alright, here's it printed. Now I am going to cut. More cut. And more cut. Okay, let me distract you by sharing the story of why Final Fantasy means a lot to me. It was 1997. My brother and I had been wanting a Super Nintendo for the longest time. And finally, our dad brought home a Super Nintendo, and we were so excited. However, something happened and he returned the Super Nintendo and swapped it with this unknown machine with a silly name. Called the PlayStation. It didn't play games on game cartridges, instead it plays games on CDs. It was not the video game console my brother and I wanted. I was devastated and I cried. Silly me. Turns out it was one of the best decisions my dad made. My family also moved to a different country at around that time. So the PlayStation became the one thing that kept my brother and I busy every weekend. Saturday was the most exciting day of the week, because that was our video game day. We would play together, or I would watch him play. Final Fantasy VII was one of those games that blew our minds due to its amazing graphics and gameplay. It was also the game that helped us bond with our cousins. We would talk about the game and its cutscenes non-stop. Alright, back to the box. You can see me folding and gluing the pieces together. And it's slowly taking its shape. I really like the addition of the PlayStation banner. It really brings me back to the good old PS1 days. It also seems like it's deforming a bit, but hopefully it will stop slanting once everything is secured. Ta-da! The outer frame is finished. It reminds me of the PlayStation games so much already. Now let's put Cloud in it and see what it looks like. Side note, I added a little covering for the circular base off camera. I don't want the base to distract the overall look and feel. That looks amazing. Now here are the pieces for the Shinra building for the background. I am going to fold and glue everything together. So back to the figure. A year or two ago, I was just doing my usual thing, visiting the local Toys R Us. And saw this Cloud Strife Amiibo figure. Amiibo figures are these Nintendo figures that you can collect and scan when playing 3DS or the Nintendo Switch. I don't actively collect Amiibo figures. But since it's Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, I knew I had to get my hands on it. Now, I don't actually have any games that can really scan this figure, so I never really knew what to do with it. Therefore this project is perfect. Cloud can finally be properly displayed. Okay, back to the Shinra building. I have glued it onto a piece of cardstock paper and added the logo on the corner. It's subtle, but it's 3D. I love it. Now let's attach the background onto the box. Ta-da! There we go. Okay. It still looks a bit awkward. Not really resembling the original cover that much. The original cover is very hazy and seems a bit washed out. I think I know how to fix it. I am going to stretch a couple of cotton balls to imitate fog. And I am just going to place it everywhere on the ground. It already looks more atmospheric. Nice. Alright. Here's the final product. I do think I captured the feeling of the original PlayStation 1 game cover pretty well. The low-poly Shinra building is my way to pay tribute to those awkward models from the late 90s. It's a different kind of DIY idea. The concept is pretty cool, but the execution isn't my best. It looks a bit awkward up close, but from afar, it looks pretty decent. It looks great being displayed with my other childhood recreations. Check them out if you haven't already. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this a like and subscribe for more DIY projects. I can make it. So can you.